How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to part 5 of the 79cc motorized bike build. It is indeed Thanksgiving Day. I've done a lot to the bike and I just want to show you, what I've changed, what I've done to it. And yeah, so let's check it out. Alright, so here it is. I ended up getting rid of the black bars that are right here, and I just replaced them with these bad boys because the metal was a little too thin and I couldn't weld it. And so yeah, I changed it up a bit. I bent some pipe that I found outside using my handy dandy pipe bender. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But to be honest, I think it turned out, for the most part, it turned out pretty good. There's the top of it. The only issue was right there. I kinked it a little bit, so maybe I'll just cut out like a section of the tube and then put it over and weld it on and make it look like it didn't kink. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. The gas tank turned out quite alright. It's gonna look pretty sweet once it's all painted up. So one drastic change that I made to the design was getting rid of this thing. I was kind of in denial about it. I thought it would work great, but in the end it didn't work out. Just with 3 gears, there's way too much friction on the engine. There's also not enough space in between here to just properly get the idler pulleys in it. So I'm ditching that idea, and I just got 2 of the same sized pulleys, and I'm just gonna do 2 gears instead of 3. So yeah, even with 2 pulleys on there, there's still a heck of a lot of friction on the whole drag system. So I had to find a way to make it so that I could still run with 2 pulleys and idle with 2 pulleys on it. So I made this little thing right here, and there's just a little bracket on the engine back there, and it just pulls down on this pulley so that it kind of pushes up off of the drive shaft as much as possible. Works. I just need to make the idler pulley so that it pulls down on there and we get 2nd gear. And as you can see, I already got 1st gear put on there. Basically, I just stole this off of a chair. It's just a little scroll. It goes down, and it's you just push down on this the old pedal there, and it should tighten the belt. I tested it out yesterday, and 1st gear works really well. I didn't try it with the other pulley on there though, so we'll see how that works out. And then 2nd gear is going to go on the other side, so I'm just going to put the other pedal right on that thing there. Yeah, this thing gets up and goes in 1st, so let me show you that really quick. This 1st gear. So there you have it. That was our 1st gear test drive. So unfortunately the bike doesn't want to start when I have both belts on there, so it's still a little bit too tight. I'm just thinking what I should do. I don't know, I guess I'll just figure it out. So the other thing I have to work on is this thing. It has way too much play in it, so it kind of slips off the belt every once in a while, like that. And then I also have to make a way so it stops before this thing hits this thing, and then maybe make it spring loaded. So yeah, that's next on the agenda, as well as setting up second gear. Maybe I should just buy a bigger belt here and then maybe a bigger belt for the back as well. I don't know. We'll see. And as I just put this exhaust on there, just like shoved it into the block there. But that's not going to be the actual exhaust. Just temporary. I'm really eager to see how well it shifts gears. Just the other side of it. So yeah, hopefully I can get those other belts, and then maybe that's enough slack that it gets rid of most of the friction. But we'll see. Other than that, it looks really cool. It rides really nice, as you saw. Unfortunately, I don't have a gas cap for this tank yet, so I've just kind of shoved some plastic in it, and then that's for a gas can. And then I put the seat from my other bike on there, which I think looks pretty sweet. So maybe I'll just buy another one. And there's how I attach the tank. I still gotta make these holes. There's a little hole right there and one over on the other side. I gotta make it so those screw into something, so maybe a bracket coming down from here or from here to here. And then I just welded a pipe back there and drilled a hole right through it and fed some sort of bolt thing through the gas tank. And that's how it's mounted for now. There are those two pulleys that I have on there. I think they're both 1 inch or something, 1.5 inch maybe. So yeah guys, I guess just check in with me in part 6, and hopefully I have both gears set up and a working bike. Alright, well this is it for part 5. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time.